The D, man.
Yeah, shout out my nigga from D's Media, you feel me?
Looking too good for him. NBA YoungBoy was just arrested in Utah on drug and weapons charges. On top of him already being on pretty much on an ankle monitor, waiting on his trial for his federal gun case in Baton Rouge. But Baton Rouge native rapper superstar NBA YoungBoy has been arrested in Utah, where he has been serving strict house arrest during legal proceedings stemming from a pair of arrests during a music video in 2020. According to jail records from Cochise County Sheriff's Office, 24-year-old, whose real name is Kentrell Golden, was booked on several charges Tuesday evening, April 16th at 6:30 p.m. Jail records show that NBA YoungBoy was taken into custody on the following charges: pattern of useful activity. It says pondering or attempting to proceed drugs or prescription, identity fraud, forgery, possession of other controlled substance, possession of a dangerous weapon by a restricted person. Man, a bunch of charges, man. It definitely ain't looking too good for NBA YoungBoy, man. Um, like I say, man, he was already on strict restrictions, you know what I'm saying, while he was waiting on his trial. But this man been asking for help for the last 6, 7 months. He's been asking the judge and the attorney to loosen up his restrictions. This guy can't leave out the house unless it's a doctor's appointment, a dentist appointment, or something to that type of nature. So just imagine you being stuck in the house for 3 years. But also, when you think about it, I'd rather be stuck in a mansion for 3 years than be stuck in prison for 3 years. So you also gotta speak realistically. It's people that's been stuck in prison or been stuck in jail while they waiting on their trial and stuff, and I'm pretty sure they would love. He's still living in a mansion, so it's not like his life is just so horrible and so bad. But this one, man, it ain't looking too good for him, man. I feel like Baton Rouge, especially by him getting this violation, I feel like Baton Rouge gonna definitely make him sit. I highly doubt it if he be able to get back out on house arrest or anything, because this man I'm not gonna say he's been wilding, but he just been crying out for help. Like, I feel like all of those posting pictures of prescription medicine and, just he just crying out for help, man. And I feel like instead of locking him up, really try to give him the help that he need. You get me? But I'm gonna say this again. The man been asking the judges and stuff to just be a little bit more lenient on him leaving the house and stuff like that. Cause I know I'm kind of bouncing all over. But I kind of feel where YoungBoy was coming from. What else can you do in the house? Think about it. He got millions of dollars. You can't drive no cars. You can't go nowhere. You can get fresh as ever, but you ain't going nowhere. What else do you can do in the house but indulge in substances? What else can you do? What else can you do on house arrest? But NBA YoungBoy, man, I feel like, this should be a life lesson for him, because a lot of people, they want to be steppers and they want to be about it until it really start to get hard on them. NBA YoungBoy, he brought this stuff on his, he brought this on himself. Did nobody tell you to be in Baton Rouge and, be trying to shoot a music video with all those, steppers and firearms, and look what it caused you. It caused you the next pain and suffering for the next 5, 6 years, But he definitely did just get arrested in Utah. I read the charges off a little bit earlier, but pretty much, man, he was arrested on drugs and weapons charges, and he already was on house arrest for a federal gun case out of Louisiana that he's still facing. So I highly doubt if he's gonna get back out on house arrest. But this is what he was begging the judge for. When NBA YoungBoy was locked up, he was begging the judge. Here go $3 million. Let me go out and get armed security, and I won't go nowhere. But when it really came time for him to really have to sit on house arrest for 3 years, it was driving him crazy. But what can you do in the house? He can't go nowhere. All that money, he can't enjoy it. He can't. NBA YoungBoy can't enjoy that money. So what else can he do? Indulge in substances. But that's a direct violation of his house arrest. And then this man, he just straight telling on himself by going on live and showing pictures and all of that, and yeah, we pretty much revoked his bond. So I don't see NBA YoungBoy getting out of this, man. I feel like he about to have to sit in a Baton Rouge jail, man, until it's done, man, until his trial is over with. But I definitely don't see him getting back out on no type of house arrest, you know. But once again, I'd rather be on house arrest for 3 years than to be locked in the cage for 3 years. You still in mansion, you still fly girls in and out. You just can't go nowhere, you know. Still make music, you can still make money. I'd rather be on house arrest for 3 years with strict moving, can't move nowhere than be in prison or jail locked up waiting on trial. But I really, really hope that the kids use this as a life lesson, man. You know, when you get this fame, this money and everything, you got to be careful how you move, man, because when you got a name and you get in trouble, they try to drag it out, and they just gonna try to make your life as worse as ever. This man out here then committed way worse crimes than, but yet they dragging this out for 3 4 years, and you making it seem like this man is out here and he's a Jeffrey Dahmer or something like that. Like, I get it, he broke the law, and rightfully so, he should be punished, you know, whether if he got millions of dollars or not. He should be punished for the crimes that he committed. But the way they making it seem like this man is just like a Jeffrey Dahmer, one of these heinous dudes that was out here doing some real foul stuff. He just made a mistake. You know, he was chilling in Baton Rouge with them things on him, shooting a music video, and it turned out that somebody called the police and they smacked the video shoot. He got arrested. You know, then he turned around with California, caught another charge. So it's like all of these are small mistakes, man. So you shouldn't judge this man in this type of way, man, for making a few mistakes. But end of the day, as part of being adult kids, is when you out here in the streets and you do something, you got to take responsibility and accountability for it, man. At the end of the day, that's the way it is. But NBA YoungBoy, I'm gonna say it again, he was just arrested in Utah on drugs and weapons charges. And as of right now, man, you know, he ain't got no bond, because I'm gonna say this again, he's still on house arrest from his Baton Rouge situation. So they about to ship him all the way back to Baton Rouge. He about to have to go see a Baton Rouge judge, and I highly doubt if they let this man back out on house arrest after he just violated the conditions. You know, from drugs to posting pictures around prescription medicine, you know, going on lives, on rants, like all that stuff is about to be brought up in his hearing. So I highly doubt it if he gonna be able to get back out, man. You know, but he brought this on himself. But the man been asking for help for the last 5 or 6 months. So they feel like, all right, your help is about to be locking you back up. But when YoungBoy get back in that cell, he gonna risk he was living back in that mansion. So it's like pick and choose what you want. You're not about to get out of this situation. What would you rather be in this $1 million mansion, making money with your family, with your kids, still being able to continue your career? You can't do shows and do all of that. Or would you rather be stuck in jail around a bunch of musty, stinking, like just living foul, like living like an animal pretty much? Like, which one would you rather be? I'd rather be in that mansion on restrictions, can't go nowhere, still able to see my family, able to make money. Because where you about to go in Baton Rouge, bro, you gonna wish you back in that mansion, you know. But when you was out here, you didn't like it, you know. You felt like this was the worstest thing ever. How is the worstest thing ever being locked up in a $10 million, $20 mansion when you could be in jail right now? Just think about it. He could have been locked up for 3 years in jail, bro. Or would he rather been on house arrest for 3 years in a mansion? Pick and choose, man. You know, that's why I try to tell the kids out there, it's all fun and games until y'all start getting in trouble and you realize the consequences of your actions. You know, but when NBA YoungBoy, when he was in Baton Rouge swinging that iron, shooting that video, he wasn't thinking about that. See how 5 minutes can cost you 5 years or 10 years worth of misery? You think if NBA YoungBoy knew he had to go through all of this for shooting a music video in Baton Rouge, you think he would have really did it? He would have never did it. He would have never did it. But the dude really has mental issues. And what else can he do in a house but that you can't go nowhere? You can't really do nothing. What else can he do besides cope with substances? He's no different from what a lot of people do. A lot of people turn to alcohol and drugs and stuff like that when they going through stuff. He's no different. He just a millionaire. That don't mean that he's no different from us. He go through the same pain as us, cope with the same issues the way we do. Then on top of that, he got 13 kids with 13 baby mamas. I can only imagine the stress with that. You know, he got to take care of this household, this household, this household, this household, this household. You know, hey, I can imagine. I can imagine 13 baby mamas, man. I can imagine he on some type of drugs. He on something, because that's just crazy to me. But I wish M. Young the best. His house arrest restrictions. He also just caught some new charges. But it ain't looking too good for NBA YoungBoy, man. Well, I'm gonna say this again, man. I don't see the D, man.
Yeah, shout out my nigga from D's Media. You feel me?